My manager always called for a 20-minute team meeting after work unpaid, so I finally had enough. I work at a small insurance office with my manager Todd, who thinks he's running some Fortune 500 company. Every single day at exactly 5 p.m., he'd clap his hands and announce team huddle time, everyone. We'd all drag ourselves to the break room where Todd would pull out his little notebook and start his daily motivational circus. These weren't real meetings. Todd would read us quotes from some self-help book, make us go around the room sharing our daily wins, and then end with what he called a power clap. The whole thing lasted exactly 20 minutes because Todd would literally set a timer on his phone. It was like being trapped in the world's lamest cult. The first red flag should have been when Todd started calling himself our growth facilitator instead of manager. The second red flag was when he bought a tiny gong to start each meeting. But the final straw was realizing we weren't getting paid for any of this nonsense. After 3 months of unpaid motivational torture, I was done. But instead of just complaining, I decided to get creative. If Todd wanted to play corporate guru so badly, I'd help him really commit to the bit. Day 1 of my plan, I walked into the meeting with a professional notebook and started taking detailed notes. Not just casual notes. I'm talking full stenographer mode, writing down every single word Todd said. He noticed immediately. "What are you writing down there?" Todd asked, clearly thrown off his rhythm. "Oh, just documenting everything from my personal development records," I said with a straight face. "This content is so valuable, I want to capture every detail." Todd looked pleased, but also confused. He kept going with his daily quote about success or whatever, but I could see him watching me scribble frantically. Day 2, I brought my phone and placed it right on the table. When Todd started his spiel, I hit record. "What's the phone for?" he asked nervously. "Audio backup," I explained. "Matter-of-factly, I don't want to miss any of your wisdom while I'm taking notes. This is premium leadership content." Now Todd was really uncomfortable. He stumbled through his motivational quote and forgot to do the power clap ending. Day 3, I escalated. I brought my laptop and started typing everything he said in real time. The clicking of keys filled the awkward silence between his words. When Todd paused, I'd look up expectantly, waiting for more content to transcribe. "Are you really typing everything I'm saying?" Todd asked, sweat forming on his forehead. "Absolutely. I'm thinking about turning this into a presentation for other departments, maybe even publishing it. Have you considered copywriting your motivational system, Todd?" Day 4, I raised my hand mid-speech like I was in school. "Sorry, Todd, can you repeat that last part about synergy? I want to make sure I quote you accurately." Then I asked him to spell the author's name of whatever book he was reading from. For proper attribution in my documentation, of course. Todd was visibly rattled now. His confidence was completely shot. He kept looking at my laptop screen trying to see what I was typing. Day 5 was the final nail in the coffin. I came prepared with highlighters, sticky notes, and a folder labeled Todd's Leadership Insights Volume 1. When he started talking, I immediately raised my hand again. "Before you continue, should I be citing these meetings in APA or MLA format? Also, do you have a preferred way you'd like your name listed when I reference your original thoughts?" Todd stared at me for a long moment. You could see the wheels turning in his head as he realized how ridiculous this whole thing had become. The other employees were trying not to laugh as I sat there with my color-coded notes looking completely serious. "You know what?" Todd said slowly. "These meetings are now completely optional. Anyone who wants to leave can leave." The room emptied in about 10 seconds flat. Todd never called another mandatory after-work meeting again. He still does his motivational stuff, but only for the 2 people who actually enjoy it. Sometimes the best way to end something ridiculous is to take it way too seriously. Now, whenever someone complains about pointless meetings at work, I tell them about my Todd strategy: fight corporate nonsense with even more corporate nonsense.